Oh, and we are live. I am going to get started. I just need someone to please confirm my audio for me if you can hear me. Pretty please, someone, anyone of the two people that are in the live. Okay. Hi there, please just confirm my audio for me, please, if you can hear me, and then we can get started. All right, cool. Going to get started. Hi everybody. Well, the two people that are part of my life. Thank you for joining. First of all, also, thank you for, taking a part of your evening. I know we've got a ton of things to do, usually at this time of the evening. We've got family, we've got dinners, we've got dishes, we've got kids. I don't know if you can hear, but mine's in the background. You probably can hear him busy minding his business while mama does her thing. But nonetheless, thank you for joining in. And welcome. Yeah, welcome to the first of many episodes of Marketing After Hours. This is basically some sort of the Wi-Fi just had to today of all days. Okay, and we are back. There we go. All right. Hi Nakolo, thank you for joining. I'm having Wi-Fi issues at the moment, but I think I've just fixed it. Hopefully it's no longer buffering. Please just confirm on your end. Thank you for making me aware. Yeah, there's a bit of technical network issues, but should be fine. Yeah, as I was saying before, I was really interrupted by the signal or the Wi-Fi. The marketing hour is basically a space. Let's see. Cool. Happy. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, lady. Basically a space where we can have discussions or talks or chats, whatever we want to call it, based on or around marketing and business and branding, which are basically my specialties. Or, well, specialties, not that I'm good or anything, but yeah, besides the point. And that's basically the reason I want to start this or want to do something like this. It's because I feel like there aren't, many spaces where we can have these chats and, open up not just about the successful parts of it or the successful side of it, but, the wins, the losses, the difficulties, the lessons and the mistakes, having to deal with difficult clients, for example, all of that basically, and everything in between. That's what the space is all about. I feel like we don't have enough of those, and I want to be one of the people who create that for people like myself who need this, students, business owners, future agency owners, future business owners, etc. So that said, it is something I want to do bi-weekly, so every 2 weeks. Today's the first, and hopefully I get to keep it up as long as I need to, and as long as it is able to help people out there. So if you've got any questions, comments, concerns, notes, tips, just pop them in the comments, let me know, and then we can discuss it as time goes. And that's it. Today's topic is why businesses. Hi from HCF. Hi, thank you. Why good businesses or why good products or services stay hidden at most times. And today's topic kind of hits home because I tend to do that a lot myself, actually. Like I said, I have a business. I have written a book. And, 9 times out of 10, I hardly ever put myself out there or put, what I'm doing out there. And there's a whole lot of good that exists out there, but people don't know about it because there's just a whole lot of reasons. And that's basically what I will be kind of, discussing in tonight's live. So, this actually stemmed from when I spoke to a client of mine who kind of gave me feedback and said to me, Mpho, you need to be bold, you need to put yourself out there. And at first it was like, okay, whatever, people just say whatever they have to say for the sake of saying it. But then I actually got to sit down and ponder on that and think heavily about it and realize that is actually right. So thank you very much, dear client. You are much appreciated. Kind of stung a little, but it was very it was a nice, good thing that he said. Especially after I was able to actually sit down and properly think about what he said and why he said it, and where it comes from. And that kind of sparked tonight's discussion, why good businesses stay invisible. So without further ado, I want to get into a couple of reasons that I have witnessed myself and also experienced, because like I said, I tend to do that a lot myself. And the first one is actually quite the obvious one. It's that being good is not enough. I know a lot of people out there tend to think, wow, I have got a good product. For example, they start a skincare product, or they start a coffee brand or wine brand, or something, and they test it out on themselves before putting it out in the market, because that's actually what you're supposed to do. You can't just put something out there without actually knowing how the market is going to receive it. And they think, yes, this wine is amazing, this coffee is good. And they think, now that it's good, I'm putting it out there, I'm going to get customers. They're going to come in flooding. I'm going to start making money. And then, 1 year, 2 years, 6 years down the line, nothing is going on because they think, okay, the product is good, but nobody's buying. Why? That's the thing. Being good is just not enough. You need to be good, and then you need to tell people how good you are. And that's just it. And for me, like I said earlier in the live, that is something I kind of struggle with a lot, because if you look at most of my social, accounts, you wouldn't tell that I own a business. Or maybe you would, but you wouldn't tell what it's about. Or maybe you would, but it still won't be enough, because yes, it's out there, but I'm just not putting it out there the way I'm supposed to. Similarly with the book that I wrote, Brand Butter. Same thing. I'll try and put a link after the live in one of the comments. Same thing. I hardly ever promote myself, and I'm thinking, heck, I wrote a book. I read it multiple times, and it's good. I think it's good. I know someone who's read it who thinks it's good, but is that enough? No, it's not. I need to put myself out there. That's the reason today's topic hits home, because it's also something I experience and witness a lot, not just with myself, but with people that I've worked with closely, clients, fellow classmates from varsity, etc. So yeah, that's just it. And then we get into point number 2, which basically is something I have covered in my book, Brand Butter. It's that people buy familiarity. People buy into feelings and what they know. And besides knowing it, what it gives them or what it makes them feel, or, whatever problem it solves for them. So have you ever noticed that when another business comes up with something similar to your product, for example, or let me take, for example, one of my favorite examples, actually, McDonald's and Burger King. Both very good, both out there. But try to imagine if McDonald's started selling burgers and fries and all these delicious goodies, and they're putting themselves out there, they're marketing. Da 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 da. I'm loving it. They have this persona, this happiness persona that they are selling. Whenever you think McDonald's, you think it makes me happy. It makes you think happiness. And then there's Burger King, feast like a king. That's their messaging, right? But they start selling burgers and fries and all these nice goodies, but they're quiet. People don't know about them. They're just doing their own thing. 9 times out of 10, McDonald's is going to succeed in the market, because not just are they good with what they do and what they sell, but they're telling people that they're good and they're selling happiness, So that's just the thing. People buy into familiarity, they buy into feelings. Another example I want to make is Apple with status. 9.9 times out of 10, people who own iPhones and MacBooks and Apple products as a whole, yes, it could be, or it definitely is, because it has better tech and it's faster and all the technical bibbidi bobbidis that they have. But also there's like a huge percentage of it that is mostly linked to what owning Apple makes you feel. Status, Lamborghini, Rolexes. It's a watch, sure, but what is it that it gives you? And that's what point 2 is all about. People buy into familiarity, they buy feelings, they buy what they know. And so if you don't put yourself out there, if you don't tell people that this is what I do and I'm good at it, the market is, going to swallow you. So that's point number 2. And then, the third one. The third one also hits home because, again, this is me. Perfection kills growth and visibility. And again, I want to make an example of myself because that's the first most obvious example that I should be, using. Perfection. When you tell yourself, I will post when I feel ready. I will post when the business is launched. I will do this when that is happening. I will do it at the right time. There's this notion that we always keep telling ourselves at the right time. But what is the right time? What exactly is the right time? When are you ever ready? Is ready a specific destination? Is it, a feeling? And how do you even know what your feeling is actually ready? If you've never actually known what the feeling of being ready is. And so perfection, or perfectionism rather, it kills visibility because you keep waiting for when you're ready and you're waiting for the right time. And unfortunately, that does not exist. And that's also one of the reasons why I started marketing after hours, because I finally decided to stop waiting. And if you look at some of my social accounts, you'll notice that she's actually done waiting. She's done asking for permission, because the right time never comes. The feeling of readiness, it never comes. It comes when you decide that it's time, when you decide that I'm ready. And that's just that. Thank you for the love, guys. Appreciate it. And last but not least, good businesses stay invisible because they are trying to talk to everyone. I worked for an auction marketing company in Centurion, and the director, her name is Shanae. She would make an example using New York Times Square, where, you know what, pause that. I'm going to use an example that's very, very close to home. For the locals, if you know Pretoria or Johannesburg, I'm going to use this example. But imagine you are standing at Church Square in Pretoria or at Small Street in Johannesburg, and you're standing there with a huge microphone and you're shouting, "Hi everybody, I sell burgers and fries and they're very good." How many people out of the hundreds that walk past every single day do you think are going to come and buy your burger and your fries that are very good? That's it. So we stay invisible because we're trying to talk to everybody instead of niching down. Talk to your people, the people that you made the product for, because believe it or not, it's not for everybody. I'm gonna use this example again: McDonald's and Burger King. McDonald's speaks to people who value happiness. Of course, everybody values happiness, but they have their niche. They sell happiness to the people that, I buy a meal because I want to be happy. And then Burger King says, come and feast like a king. And they speaking to their people who want to feast like a king. But they'd imagine if McDonald's was just shouting, we make burgers and fries and milkshakes and cold drinks, come and buy them. Nobody's gonna come. They're gonna stay invisible. The market's gonna swallow them. But then imagine there's Burger King, there's McDonald's. McDonald's is saying we make burgers. Burger King says come feast like a king. Who's going to be successful in comparison to the other? It's definitely Burger King, because they're speaking to the people that they made the product for. Nakolo, I see you a whole book. I will definitely let you know where to get a copy. Thank you so much. So yes, we need to let go of the notion that because you have a product or a service that you're selling, you need to sell it to everyone, because it's not for everyone. So pick your niche, find your people and speak directly to them. and then that's how you will stand out in your market. I want to make a last example in regards to this. One of my other favorites, I have a lot of favorites, but this is a favorite because I also use the products, but also Heavenly, oh my gosh, also Heavenly knows how to speak to their people because they've known them, they've studied them, and they know how to speak to them, and that is why they're one of, you know, the skincare and beauty products that, you know, have succeeded because they know who they're speaking to and they speak to those people, compared to just saying, come buy our lotion because it's good, it smells amazing. So I follow their socials everywhere. I've been using their products for the longest of times, and I'm super happy with also having it because they know me as their consumer and they speak to me directly as their consumer, and that's one of the reasons they're out there and they're not hidden. So yeah, that's just that wraps up, you know, why good things or good businesses or good services or good people stay hidden. And that kind of wraps up everything. And I just want to say this conversation, it wasn't just for you guys, it was for me as well, because I have actually started kind of a journey where, you know, I want to get myself out there, and not for the benefit of just myself, but for the benefit of people, because I know that whatever I have to offer is going to help people, but it doesn't help, you know, if they don't know, if I'm invisible. And so that's just the reason why this has started. And I really do hope that you guys join me in the next 2 weeks live as well to hear what else I have got to say. But if today's convo helped you, please do let me know. I'm seeing you guys are leaving hearts for me. Appreciate it. It means that, you know, this was very helpful for you guys. I also do hope that you will be able to join the next live in the next 2 weeks. But other than that, thank you for joining. I will see you guys next time. Just keep a lookout in the comments. I am going to drop a link to Brand Butter, my book, Nakolo. And then you can have a look, buy it, read it. And then maybe in the next live, just let me know what you think. If you've got questions. And yeah, thank you for joining. Have yourselves an amazing evening. Peace out.